Good morning. Today we are going to learn about client-server computing, which is a very important concept in networking and model applications. Client-server computing is a distributed computing. In this model, we have two main entities, the client and the server. The client sends a request. A server processes that request from the client. The server sends back a response or a result to the client. Both components usually communicate through computer networks. There are three main components in client server architecture. First one client, second server, and third one is network. We will see one by one the components of client server architecture. Client. Client is usually a user device such as laptop or desktop or mobile phones. The client initiates request to the server. That is the main work for the client side. For example, if we have a web browser, we have to open that, we have to type a DNS website and enter the thing. That is the client initiate that request to the server. These are the working for client side. Next one is the server. Server is a powerful computer that provides services from the request and also resources. It handles multiple clients requests at the same time. For example, if a server has a file server, it can gives all the files to the multiple clients like that web pages, databases, applications, and security services. These are the working principles of server side. Next one is a network. Network is a medium that connects both client and server. For example, if you have a WAN, wide area network, or internet, both are same here, or local area network. These are the examples for networking. Then we can go for a, let us understand this with a diagram. Here, multiple clients are connected to a central server. Multiple clients, client 1, client 2, client 3, all connected with a network through a network and connected to a server. Each client sends a request to the server. The server receives that request and processes that request from the client and gives feedback to the client or result to the client. That is the server can do. Here, step one, request. Request from client side. A client send a request to the server. That is an example for opening a website and type that www.google.com, for example. That is a thing. The server can respond from the Google server. It can reply back to the client. That is the here the second step is a processing. The server can receives that request from the client and process that what is that one. It after the process, the response server sends back the result to the client. That is a response to the client. That is a server can do. These are the things. Next one is a real-time examples of client-server computing. First one is a web browsing. Here, client act as a browser, server as a web server. Then next one is an email system. Client as an email app. Then server is a mail server. File sharing system here. User system is a client and then file server is a server. Database access. Here, client access as a application, server act as a database server. Client-server computing has several advantages. Centralized data management. All data is stored in one place, making it easy to manage, that is a centralized data management. Easy maintenance. Updates can be done on the server instead of each client. That's why it is easy to maintenance. Scalability. More clients can add it easily. That is a scalability. Better security. Security is controlled at server level. These are the advantages, some of the advantages of client server computing. However, it has also some disadvantages also there. Server failures, it affects all the clients. That is a server failure. High cost. Servers are expensive to set up and maintain. Network dependency. Without a network, communication not happen. These are some of the advantages of client server computing. I conclude client server computing is the backbone of modern applications. Understanding this concept help us learn how systems like websites and apps working. Thank you and happy learning.